Well, guys, I was not able to stuff the numbers in this one that I wanted to. Um, it decided to put up a heck of a fight. Uh, this is one of the most chippiest cylinders that I have, for an OEM one, that I have ever encountered. Um, all you had to do was look at the plating, and it would blow off huge swaths of it. I mean, even a sandpaper flap wheel in the exhaust port, when I was polishing the exhaust port, chipped off plating. So this one was 100% miserable to port. I had to make some adjustments. It happens sometimes. I'm not going to give the numbers out. This one, there had to stuff. I had where I moved it to the numbers like I normally do. I wanted to do 100 on this, and 120 and 78, and it didn't happen. So they're moved around quite a bit from there. It's still 78 on the intake, and luckily nothing blew off on the bottom side of the port. I had to change that, but I'll show it to you. The chamber cut went good. It's not 100% perfect, but like, it was so chippy to bring these sides down. I even had to use this and pull into the plating. Otherwise it would blow swaths off. I roughed them in with the carbides after they chipped, and then I don't know about the thickness of a Sharpie I left on the plate, and then used diamond bits and stones and a crap ton. I think I used about a half a can of WD-40 to slowly work the ports into where I had to fix them. So this one's geared more towards the spicy side. We'll see how it runs. I don't feel nothing hitting in there. I don't feel anything with my fingers. The chamfering's a little bigger than I normally do, and then the chamfering is blended all the way down to 800 grit, and I built up a custom little Scotch-Brite pad to go in there and then polish. And that too, just I wanted to triple check and make sure that there was absolutely, as chippy as this was, I don't want it the ring to snag something and peel plating off. This was the worst OEM cylinder I ever had to port. Not sure why. Don't know if it's the year of it. Typically these mollies port up good for me. It's the Gordellis that are normally a little bit more chippy. I got to lighten up the piston yet. I gotta find a steel wrist pin. What else is there? My parts come in. Still waiting on a box to show up with my brake flag in it, but if not, I'll order one. But these came in. It was cheaper. They were about $1 a piece. It was cheaper to order these than what I think I could make them for. So that turned out pretty good. I was going to use this muffler. Grab it. I was going to use this muffler on it, but seems like I had to put a little bit more zippier numbers in it. I'm going to use one without that hole in it, and I'm just going to put my twin pipes on it, I think, or maybe a large single outlet right out the front. I haven't made my mind up, or maybe do like I did on the 550 and put twin 1-inchers right out the front. I don't think I've done that on a 372 yet. I've got a couple mufflers anyway, so if I don't like it, we can change it. Hopefully you guys like the videos. I need to get that the one with the Samora bar, the 4910 with the Samora bar, has been on Joe's dyno, and that is just a touch over 6 horse. It's almost 6.1 horse, I think. That saw flat out scoots. I didn't build that one to compete with. I built it as a real ring zingy work saw, something that like if you got a tree down on the ground, that you could just grab that thing and like lightning and go down there. It's mega crispy throttle. I geared that one more towards like a real fast limbing and blocking up. It's still got plenty of torque where you can use the full 20-inch bar or whatever, but that's not what I built that saw for. I have another blacked out one that's actually 5.8 horse that I built more for the bigger stuff. But that other blacked out one, the one that had the echo bar on it in them videos I dropped the other day, that's the one I've nuked twice. It's got experimental stuff. I cut extra feed ports underneath the exhaust port to feed for, I even forget how many degrees, I think it was 38 degrees of duration. It's pushing charge into my lines to help cool the piston on that one, because I've already nuked it once, and so I tried some other experimental things to try to not nuke it, and that thing, the more I play with it, the thing is coming alive like crazy. Stickers, I think in its current form right now is 6.5 horse, and it feels stouter than stickers, I think. So it'll be neat to get that on the dyno and see what it pulls before I end up popping it again. That 8.5 horse 7310, that chain is mega aggressive, and that fresh wood there with that chain was showing out in the wood pile out here the other day, it pulled it superbly through that stuff. Very happy with that saw. Made that little video with the 462 as well with a 28 on it. That saw, I don't use it much. It sits, and then I think about getting rid of it, and then I take it out and make you guys a video on it and be like, I like it, better keep it. So every time it's about like my 500 too. I used to have two 500s. I got rid of one, but every time I think about getting rid of that 500, then I go play with it, and it's like, I'll keep it. I am thinking about going back into my 500 and gearing that thing more closer of a build, because it's already got that one's got, that's the only 500 I've done a tapered piston in, but I've got work saw numbers stuffed in it, so it's got tremendous pull. But I'm thinking about taking some of that pull out and shifting it upwards into it, and that might be so I don't need it to pull a long bar. That might be one of my other cube saws or whatever. But yeah, so I should have, all goes well, I should have this thing darn near ready to run tomorrow. If all goes well. I believe I've got everything else. I'm missing bolts for the muffler, which I should be able to just run down to the hardware store. I think this is the threads I need. Dug him out. It threads into there. It's probably about the size I need too, so I'll probably take this one down to the hardware store with me. And I'll probably buy like 8 of them bolts or something, so I got them sitting around. But yeah, no, I appreciate all the good comments. Glad you guys like the builds. I've got test wood brought home, so hopefully we can get back to making videos out back in the yard. Me getting out and doing tree work's not really an option right now. But yeah, so here's an update on the 372. You guys take it easy and have a good one.